It's the Holy Spirit of gravel on the course today.
You're listening to the Holy Spirit of Gravel podcast. Follow at Holy Spirit of Gravel on Instagram. Make sure to smash that YouTube subscribe button like you are smashing mad watts on your sad stationary bike setup.
So,
Sup? Are you wearing your Pond Normal hat right now?
not right now. Nobody's recognized it yet and told me that I'm wearing a cool gravel cycling brand. You know, no one's pulled me aside and been like, bro, I just keep wearing it and no love.
Yeah, same as when I wore my HSOG cap.
Yeah.
HSOG Citron. No one recognized that either.
People are more likely to be like, is that a run club? Or like, is that is International Cycling Club? Is that a run club except with bikes?
Maybe that's how we should advertise road cycling, since gravel cycling just exploded. Just advertise it as, yeah, this is a run club, but you gotta ride bikes.
I don't know, but like run clubs are for Zoomers that want to hook up and like don't go to clubs or something. But gravel's like inundated with like sober dads and dudes that like want to have above average FTP or something. So it's just to each.
Remember that one time I went to that run club rave because one of our friends was DJing, and I walk in and it just smelled awful because everyone had taken off their shoes because there was some kind of like shoe demo going on and you were supposed to try on shoes, and it was just like the musty smell in that place. And then a friend of ours was just DJing like house music.
Yeah. I mean,
that's run club culture.
I think the whole thing is like you're supposed to talk to people is the big ones. I know there's some big ones in Austin, and like it's like nobody wear headphones, talk to each other. And
yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like a replacement for religion. But then
that's what's great about cycling. You just hate yourself and never feel good enough, you know, and it's a battle with yourself. And then you'll ride with a friend and you'll be like, oh yeah, that was fun. We should do it like that more often. But then you just go back to like listening to bad podcasts on your trainer.
Yeah. That's really the true way to experience it. More of that, less group rides. And then you punctuate that kind of suffering with events like Rattlesnake Grind in Sweetwater, Texas.
Yeah, how was Rattlesnake?
I know yeah, I mean, you got to come next year. That's what I say off the jump. It's like everyone's like, you got to come next year. Yeah, it was probably the most fun I've ever had at a gravel waste that encompasses a weekend for sure, like 1,000%. And that's not even putting any other event down, but this was just, everyone's always talking lately about where is community in gravel, and there's like the ranchers who want to kick everyone out. Oh my God, there's a natural disaster. Are we like, where are we in this? Are we taking over the town? Are we in the way? These things are too expensive. Locals can't even do it. But this just shows that it can all be done in a way that everyone has fun and everyone has a good time. And the race director, owner, organizer is this guy named David King, who I met, friend of the account. Yeah, really cool guy. What he's done is like pretty incredible. He's got to be crazy in like the best way to be able to put something on like this, that an event that's like not expensive, and it benefits the volunteer fire departments. Like the whole community comes out, and there's just like live music, food, just camp. You just take over this park, just post up wherever you want, and partake in the joy. I mean, that's really that's what it is. As a bare bones experience, and that's what I had been told. People have been telling me this for a couple of years. I just haven't had a chance to go. and it was everything people said. It was great. Definitely coming
Well,
again.
I'm just a gravel dad who rides 30 to 60 miles. So, most importantly to me, what famous privateers were there?
Dude, we have plenty of normies. We have the local hitters. Then you have the privateers. The privateers, Joe Laverick won on the men's. Lauren Stevens won for the women. Yeah, those are like the biggest names probably, and they won. Chris Melman for the men got second. Local hitter Hayden Christian got third. Justin McQuarrie got fourth. Chase Collins was up there, another local hitter. All people that will humor you if you tell them you follow them on Instagram. Will talk to you
Where do you
about
think
like
this
what tires
ranks,
they're running.
like, as a race in Texas? Like, what's the power rankings? Like, where this one falls?
I feel like Gravel Locos was first because the race director for that race was bringing in some A-list pros. That was kind of like his thing. And it was like a fun race, and it was the first one that did that. Like there's a ton of grassroots races in Texas. I feel like Gravel Locos was the first one, and it was being written about on Velo News and all that. It's kind of lost some steam, I guess, especially because the timing with Unbound, like no one's gonna go this year because it's the week before Unbound, which is unfortunate. That's a really fun event. But I think as overall, as like an experience, this one has to be first. And then there was Valley of Tears too, which is I think following the Gravel Locos model of like flying in A-list pros. But yeah, this one doesn't do that, but it really curates like a festival type experience for what is a very reasonably priced entry fee. Like what, like $70 or something? Something like that?
Yeah,
$65, like.
I
And
hear on Reddit.
there's no like lottery system for this. Like there was a pair, like you could have just shown up on the day and signed up and gotten a number. Like there was no like it didn't close at any point. It wasn't like sign up by the Thursday night before to like you could have just shown up. You
Yeah,
can truly be a local.
Gravel needs more safe spaces to just allow you to bring a friend and know that they'll get a number, because like nobody commits to anything like 7 months ahead anyways. So,
Yeah, and those people
get
aren't
a
like
friend a number,
don't care about
show
their
up the
race
day of.
result anyway. It's just like they just want a little number that they can take home and want to ride with their friends. We showed up on the Thursday before. First thing I see when we roll up, because the group ride was starting, but we had like left a little late to join that, like, but it was like about to take off when we rolled up. And first thing I see is vegan cyclist filming himself, and they're just all like waiting for him. And so of course I had to get that on video and post about it. When that's the first thing you see. He talks loud. I was like
FKA
across the
vegan
park and I could
cyclist.
hear him. Yeah. VC Adventures.
Man.
Um
Yeah, VC Adventures.
Yeah, the group ride, this is also a race where the group rides are very important because it is well, I don't even know what percentage, but a really good chunk of it, probably most of it, is on private ranch land. So they literally have to like open gates for you to be able to ride. And the ranchers not only allow you to ride through the town, but allow you to ride through their land to benefit their county. So which is where these entry fees are going. But yeah, so definitely encourages you to get there early, like make a weekend of it. Get on the group rides. There's like a big climb. There's a couple big climbs. That's what I also like about this one is I prefer like the few long sustained climbs to like rolling hills, and this one you're climbing up on these mesas with the wind turbines, and then you descend down, then you go back up, descend down, go back up. Yeah, so you do the group rides, you get your way of the land a bit. And then on
I'm
Friday,
not from
it's
the
like,
area. Can you explain what a mesa is?
what's the English word for mesa? Yeah, just the
Are there
tabletop.
switchbacks on
It's basically like the Texas
man?
version of a Pikes Peak climb. No,
It's funny
switchbacks
to
are
like
for
not to to
roadies.
truly not even know. Yeah. Do they have or do they have mesas
No,
in Kansas?
no, those are the rollers, dude. Those are the rollers. Yeah, so you climb up on these mesas, tables, if you will, tables. Yeah, it was like the other day I said when was in Valley of Tears, I said arroyo, and for someone didn't know what I was talking about, a privateer. It couldn't have been Finsty because he speaks pretty decent Spanish, but one of the privateers didn't know what I meant when I said arroyo. I even say it in like the white accent too. But yeah, Friday was Friday and Saturday both were breakfast, lunch, and dinner provided to anyone who is around. There's none of these gravel races where you have to like produce your ticket that you got in pack up pickup that like you definitely have lost since you picked up your packet that is like somewhere in your center console of your truck.
Yeah, I love
Just
the
like, yeah, it's
terrors.
gone. No, it's just roll up, fish fry, burgers, barbecue, bacon egg
Man,
burritos.
but was there a dirt crit?
No, but there's actually like I need to make a post about that. There's like a perfect like the gravel roads that just intersect this park would be perfect for a dirt crit. Perfect for a dirt crit. They should definitely do it.
Man.
Just all
So
normies.
yeah.
Just make all the normies do a dirt crit. Just imagine how many like 40-year-old dads would be breaking collarbones if you allowed a normie dirt crit.
It's like watching the Tulsa Tough like Cat Sixes like age group, and you're just like, why am I watching this?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and just Friday was just pre-ride. Like the last I did a pre-ride that did the last 7 miles, which is like the quote unquote technical part that like was thrown in. This apparently is the first. This is the 4th year it's been going on, but this was the first year that this specific section was in there, and it was like 7 miles of some sand, nothing too crazy, nothing like at Valley of Tears sand, but sand, just like rutted double track. Double track it's like single track, but there's 2 of them because of truck. And then yeah, just some little pitches and like bushes and ruts, and that was cool. Pre-writing that felt, looking back, it feels kind of essential to have had like a fun experience. I passed up a lot of people in that section. Just because you could tell that they were just kind of thrown from it. And I had opted to do the shorter distance once I showed up with my GoPro, and I started getting just whatever footage I could, just to see what would come of it. And then when it became clear that I was like getting more than I thought I would and getting stuff that was interesting, I was like, okay, I still want to ride, of course, that's what I'm there to do, but I did kind of like prioritize getting more footage for potential content over doing a longer distance. So I shortened it up, and yeah, I can thank vegan cyclist VC Adventures Tyler, whatever his last name is, for that. He hooked it up. He gave me a GoPro media mod after I had made fun of him on my account. What a guy.
Were you staying in the BC Adventures house or what? Like, what were your accommodations out there? Since you and
We were staying.
vegan cyclists were the biggest influencers, on the grounds.
Yeah, how gracious of him to to support a competitor in the scene. I was staying at an Airbnb like 7 minutes away. Those like it is great too when you're able, like I wasn't hardcore enough to camp, but it is cool when you're able to just like go back and forth a couple times in a day to like shower or to just like grab the lemonade that you left in the fridge or something like that. Yeah, I got some good footage, got some good
Man,
potential meat for content. We'll see. But yeah, everyone was super cool. On the Friday too at the packet pickup. Yeah, they were giving away so much stuff, hats, shirts, tires, what have you. And then like they couldn't find my race plate, like my number. Like they didn't have my name in the system. And I was like, "Oh yeah, like I have the email right here. Like maybe you need to look up my email." And then the guy was just like, "Oh no, no way, you're fucking kidding me." Because the race director had given me the number one and had put me under Holy Spirit of Gravel, which was just like
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stole the number one from either Joe Laverick or Lauren Stevens, Stolen Valor. And then people thought I was a pro and like, which was funny after because of course I had
Well,
to ride around with that on my bike, but
in a way, you are a pro because you're more focused on making content about the weekend than you are about racing. So, I
yeah.
mean, like Vegan
Yeah,
Cyclist
no, it was
had
super.
the chest cam and the mouth cam. You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what he
that's the sign
dude,
of a true
the media
privateer.
mod that he yeah, the media mod he gave me was like filthy as well. And I say that as like someone very, very thankful and grateful that he like gave someone that was just like I know he saw me and thought of me as like this shit posting kid. He definitely did not think I'm like older than like 19 or something, but yeah, he gave me his media mod. Came with the mic, which his best advice he gave me was just like your video can look like whatever, but your audio has to sound good. Um, so yeah, I went into Saturday morning just filming everything really, just filming like I filmed this dude very normie coded on rollers multiple times throughout the morning, amounts to maybe like I don't know 2 minutes of footage of just a guy on rollers. Uh, yeah, some people recognize me from I've obviously like posted my bike a bunch of times. I've never posted my face on the meme account, but like people recognize me, which is cool. And also I had that number plate on my bike. And yeah, just like shout out Red Dirt Race Management. The timing guys, they were super cool. Um, they're real crazy dudes. Um, but I guess you have to be to be able to like announce for 12 hours straight, or no, like 15 hours straight at Unbound. They do Unbound, they do a bunch of races, and they clued me in on like a bunch of behind the scenes stuff going on as well. And Mazda
They
pulled
should
out as a main sponsor.
is that an exclusive or is that already like in the public domain low key or something?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe you're
It's
just
funny
maybe
that
there's
like
no press release about
this
it, and
isn't
you're supposed to like
this isn't actually the public domain. It's just like Chase Work's sister's friend listening to it, you know. It's
yeah, and complaining
like
about it.
uh, just like yeah, like
Complaining about how we didn't know the
just so
distance
funny
for
like
the run at Mid-South. Yeah, so hung out with those guys. They shouted me
yeah.
out at the start line, which was cool. That was nice of them. Played some Aphex Twin. Um, sounds terrible on like the speaker systems that are meant to project dad rock and cumbias and name call outs, but that was really cool. Um, yeah, great rollout, mass rollout. Men, women, normies, pros. It was funny too because you saw some of the pros that, or the hitters, I'll say, that finished high up in the standings were like not at the front line, which is very funny. But there's like people that were there. I got footage of all that. I was just walking around with my GoPro, just like, trying to like hide the shame of inserting myself in things. Um, and then rolled off late. And that footage will probably be on this video. It's like it takes me like I use all the pavement. I'm like mashing to catch up, just to like some people I knew that were up ahead, and also just to like not be stuck in the very, very back because it starts off some little climbs, some little hills. It's a great course. It's one of those courses that there there's no reason why someone that just bought a gravel bike like 2 weeks ago, just bought like the aluminum Canyon Grizzle 2 weeks ago, could not do the 30-miler of this course. Like honestly, and it yeah, that last 7 miles is hard. People were on Reddit complaining about it, and it's like it's supposed to be hard. You've made it when your race gets complained about on Reddit. It's like, yeah, it's supposed to be challenging. Like like a couple pros crashed in there, I think, or at least like had to put a foot down, had to dab. It's like, I don't know. It's gravel, man. It's fine. It's fun.
Yeah, man, you're saying aluminum Elix could make it, but maybe not steel lifestyle bikes, is what I'm hearing.
I definitely didn't see as many steel bikes as I saw at the Mid-South Jorts Shakeout ride. I'll say that much. But of course, everyone, those are the bikes of the people, the steel bikes, but then all those steel bikes that people have out there were like $5,000 steel bikes.
I wonder what the next Underbiking Unbound is going to be this year. Like what the
Dude, the underbite, even like it came up here, like just joking about my bike, which just fits 45s. It's just like pros saying like, nah, I wouldn't ride that. Like, ooh, 45s? 45s are the new road bike tire? Being like the meme.
it sounds like a pretty diverse weekend, a good ride. Influencers,
It's like
Lauren
it's
Stevens.
great when you can go to these events and like feel comfortable staying all day. All day Friday, all day Saturday. It's not like just go back to the Airbnb in this small town that you like booked by luck or something, or as is often the case in these races, it's like you have to drive 45 minutes out to like the bigger town, and yeah, nothing, and just like, I guess I'm gonna charge my SRAM battery or something. It's like this one,
It's
it's like
like
you had a place to be, and it felt like a lot of people there weren't even biking. They're just regular townspeople, and like it is the race where you can bring your family and not make them feel guilty that they just like had to sit in a hot truck waiting for you or something, or like had to just, meander around like a bar, outside of a brewery or something, whatever. Like there's something for everyone. There were snakes, there was a lot of swag, food, beer.
sounds like maybe I don't need to enter the Unbound lottery next year, and I should just ride my regional races that are actually fun or something.
Yeah, I hate using the term spirit of gravel, like, in conversation. I think it's so lame. And it's like anytime someone says it, you're always qualifying whether something is or isn't, whether it exists or doesn't. But so I never actually use it in that way. But um yeah, the spirit of gravel is everywhere. It's at Unbound, it's at, I'm sure in some way, at these UCI gravel races. But I mean, it also like really is here. And yeah, I think everyone should go. I think, and I'm sure every region has their version of this, like they should. And people tell me they do. So I have no reason to disbelieve it, but like this one is ours, as like living not that far away, relatively speaking, from it. Like it's just like everyone should go, and it makes sense to go. It's easy to go. It's not asking a lot. It's in the middle of Texas, not that far from I don't know. I think it's fantastic. And this is the kind of race where like I would plan
My
my calendar
my
around.
my privateer race schedule just is so busy during the preseason, so it's just there's just going to be a lot of conflict with all the natural disasters and just navigating that going into next season.
Just
I think
think of it as your Mid-South recovery ride, and your oh wait, I had this pulled up. Where was it? Yeah, the UCI Gravel World Series calendar. Think of it as your Turnhout Gravel in Turnhout, Belgium, Sunday, this Sunday, 23rd. So a week and a day after. Think of it as your Turnhout Gravel, training ride. Or your Gravel Brazil recovery ride.
that feeling
You know?
when the Pas Normal gravel team shows up to a UCI gravel event.
The Pas Normal team showing up to a UCI gravel event is like a team of gravel meme shit posters showing up to a grassroots event, and I feel like it has the same power or something.
Wait, there's a gravel ride in Belgium or a Belgian waffle ride? What'd you say?
Turnhout Gravel in Turnhout, Belgium, this Sunday, March 23rd.
BWR Mexico?
Distances
BWR Belgium?
Distances 72 to 144 kilometers. I don't know, it seems short.
It's just a different sport, what they call gravel and what we call gravel.
It's just muddy paths over there. Wow, even in the picture they have on the website, it doesn't look good. Like, this is the best picture they could find. It looks like they're riding in an irrigation ditch.
But I honestly think European gravel is just like weird, like non-pedestrian friendly, like I know.
Yeah, it's all like irrigation ditches and cobbles that haven't been like sandblasted, or like vineyard golf cart roads. I really think that's what it is. But they say Girona has the best roads, the best gravel, the best coffee. I heard today, I didn't know this, I heard that the Traca gets protested by locals.
Interesting.
Which is yeah, I was told that today. Which is the like extreme inverse of Rattlesnake Gravel that is celebrated by the locals.
Man,
yeah.
It's like it's the SBT gravel of Girona or something. Is Track in Girona? I really don't even know.
It's like yeah, it's supposed to be in the area in Spain. Yeah. I always thought, yeah, it's in Girona. That's what I always thought.
What if we found out that like Cape Epic was just like the real world road rules challenge or something, and it
yeah, they all sleep in tents. The tents get set up and they all sleep in tents every night. Do I understand that right? Cape Epic? I don't know. It's funny because I actually was kind of keeping up with it in the vaguest of terms. Like, Keegan had a rough one. No Tobin, Keegan had a rough one. But yeah, it is funny, like, why is someone like me caring about mountain biking? Like, mountain biking is cool. I've never done it. I've never had a mountain bike in my life. I did have a Trek hybrid with a suspension fork for some reason when I was like 12, but yeah, I never had a mountain bike, never really done it, never kept up with it beyond like watching Red Bull downhill clips or something. But it's like, what got me to watch like 3 Cape Epic recap videos on YouTube? It was because of gravel, because I know these people from gravel. But that's maybe a discussion for another episode of like the sort of the power of having mountain biking in the Lifetime Grand Prix. Is it worth it or not?
Yeah, I think you have a higher tolerance for European highlight videos because I really couldn't even watch any of it. Like it was just a terrible recap video.
They do this thing. It's funny because they all do it too, where they do this thing where they like Lantern Rouge does it, where they just like they talk too fast or something, and they just like you can understand them, but it still feels like they're mumbling really quickly through a bunch of things that happened. Yeah, I don't it is hard to follow. But there were like more videos of racing. Man, okay, in Rattlesnake, if they had like it would have been cool to see people racing through that last 7 miles of like sand and like that would have been really neat to see. Someone needs to fund the some like we need to get like Saudi in here and we need to get some like Sheikh to fund the Gravel World's live video team to do like grassroots races just to see what happens. Gives local hitters some representation out there.
The Saudis, Good Life, Mazda, VC Adventures
Normies,
will be there. Yeah.
local hitters, privateers, the whole spectrum of racers. The privateers too are, you know, the nice ones. I mean, I've never met a not nice privateer, but my experience is pretty limited. They all say they think I'm funny, but who really knows? You know, we'll find out in Kansas.